This week I want to cut no corners with my cooking. I've got my riverford organic veg box coming on Tuesday. So relax with me and enjoy a week of getting out in nature, being active as possible, hold me to that one, and enjoying home cooked food in Cornwall in my cottage. I'm about to go to sleep. I've just written a little plan for tomorrow, and the plan includes cooking an apple pie. My taste buds have changed a lot in the last maybe year. I used to be a chocolate fudge cake, chocolate brownie. Now I'm loving an apple pie, an apple crumble. I have a nice little day planned tomorrow that I'm looking forward to, and I've got my riverford box coming so we can go through that together. I've had to do a sort of bulk restock situation, so that's coming tomorrow as well, and it's going to be a foodie day, so no clue what I'm going to cook for dinner or anything, but it's going to be a foodie day. Looking forward to that. I look very shiny, and I have this annoying thing where I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm not wearing this to bed, by the way. I'm so tired downstairs, and then I come up and I'm not tired because I flossed my teeth, brushed them, taken my makeup off, washed my face, done my skincare. I am tired though. I need to listen to some positive affirmations because I'll talk about this with you tomorrow, but the job search is... I'm maybe burying my head in the sand a little bit with it, so tomorrow I do need to commit a couple of hours to that. But have a lovely sleep. Hang on, you're not going to sleep. I'll have a lovely sleep, hopefully. We can catch up tomorrow for a day of food and goodness. I'm excited. I'm so pleased I got up early this morning. So just for a bit of background and almost like a bit of a personal chat, because I've realised something today. So I promised myself last night that I was going to get up earlier because I have been burying my head in the sand when it comes to getting more work. I think that I feel very unfulfilled by my job. My career has sort of slowly just taken a path that was making sense at the time, and it's not been particularly strategic. And I've just realised that it's not giving me anything at all. And this is before my main client got rid of me, by the way. I felt like this for nearly 2 years. And I realised that I actually avoid getting up and getting on with the day. And a lot of my days since moving to Cornwall are a lot slower, and not in a slow living kind of way, in a lazy, lethargic kind of way, where everything feels like a chore and I just don't look forward to anything. Feeling lethargic every day, like my routine. I don't like routine, but you do need to have an element of it, something that obviously makes us work to the best of our ability or get on with things to the best of our ability, and I haven't got that at the moment. So waking up early, forced myself to wake up early. The intention was to spend the first half of the day getting things out of the way that I maybe have been putting off. And so this morning what I've done is I had a job to do for the client that I'm not working with anymore after next month, and I thought, instead of leaving that as long as possible, just get it done and get it out of your mind. Because I think about it. I think about things I need to do a lot, and I still don't always do them. Sometimes I'm really proactive. Other times there's just specific little things I will really push off. So I went out for a walk at like 7 a.m. which was really nice. Went with Ollie, came back. I reached out to, oh yeah, that's what my actual update was. I reached out to a few local brands that I have a lot of experience within their industry, and I just sent them an email with my website, just saying what I could do to help if they ever wanted support with social media or websites, emails, blogs, whatever it is. That's all where my experience lies. So I think I sent maybe 4-5 of those, and obviously tailored each message to each company. And then last night I did the same thing but on Instagram. But a very good success rate on Instagram. So when I do it on Instagram, it's maybe not, it's more of a sort of sit down on the sofa and do a little push, not a proper way of getting any work really, because people don't tend to see the messages. So what my new plan is, I'm going to try and commit to for the rest of this week, and I really do need to do it, and I'm going to have to be hard on myself about when I get up in the morning and wanting to avoid the day. I'm going to try and do this every day. I do need to get out in the mornings, because the problem is, if I don't get up early and I don't get out relatively quickly and I don't get ready relatively quickly, there are some days where I do not leave the house, and that is not helping me at all. And the interactions I have with random dog walkers can really boost my mood. But they do, it always boosts my mood so much. Even if someone just smiles at me or says hello, like I really love going out and seeing people. And I saw more people this morning than I do when I go on my walks in the afternoon, which is so weird, but obviously everyone's like going to work and doing things before the day begins. But yeah, I'm really pleased I did that. I just thought I'd give you an update with the work situation. That's my plan for this week. If I tell you that, I'm going to have to hold myself accountable for the outcome, and it will help me to keep on track. So yeah, new plan is get up earlier than usual, go on a walk early, come back, do the work I don't want to do, reach out to new places in different ways, and then by sort of 11 o'clock I could be done really with the things that I would typically avoid. And I'm going to try and do that every day, okay? Guys, it's just, I think I'm scared of, I want new work, but because I've been so unfulfilled and not worked in the right places and with the right people, I feel scared of putting myself out there. I don't feel confident in my ability. I feel like I am of no use to anyone. Like, it sounds so negative, but that is how my job has been making me feel progressively over the last 2 years. There's been a lack of kindness, a lack of maybe more so the last year when I've had a few less clients, like random clients. I used to have more random clients and I did more website stuff. So I would have nice interactions with different people and it would be over. And then I ended up doing more retainer stuff where you deal with the same people over and over again. And that's when my confidence has dropped, because I've not worked with anyone for a while consistently that compliments me or says nice things. Like, I've just worked with people that don't do that. The comments you guys give me are so lovely. They make my heart so warm, and it's nice to be grateful towards people and get any of that at all with my clients. And I know that I could, but I'm scared of putting myself out there. Very personal stuff, and I've come to these conclusions slowly really, but I'm just acknowledging it to myself today that I am isolating myself. I'm scared and I don't feel confident. That's the reality. It's not sad, it's just the reality of how my situations made me feel, and what I need to do to get that back is try harder and create more of a ritual each day, which I've just told you about, which I'm going to do my best to keep at. In the spring, I am going to buy something. I'm going to buy some kind of thermal, like proper swimwear, and I'm going to go in the sea, because I think I need to have more tasks that are outside, not tasks, more hobbies or more interests that are outside of the house. I really need to pull myself into the world a little bit more, especially for this time of year. So I hope you don't mind that personal chat, and I feel good for getting it out there and speaking it out into the world, and speaking it to you guys makes me feel like I'm actually going to do it, because I was only thinking about today, and speaking to you has made me think about the week, and setting those targets and stop shying away from it and just be upfront with myself about what the issue is here. I can't stop thinking about apple pie. I don't know why. I can't stop thinking about it.
a need today. So I'm going to make the pastry right now. And I'm trying to be more active. If I have an idea and I want to do something, I'm just doing it. Let's go make some pastry, which, to be honest, I don't really know how to do, but we will figure it out together. This is actually the best apple pie that I've ever had.
It's delicious.
Don't chomp. It's chomping when I just spent 2 hours cooking. Unacceptable.
Not chomping.
Fucking me! Holy shite of Manelli! Much worse down here.
I've had a very positive day, productive, looking forward to my new little routine tomorrow, and I'm so proud of myself for making pastry. It's nowhere near as hard to make that kind of pastry as I thought it was. I watched puff pastry being made or croissants and things, and I thought, oh my god, I could not do that. But obviously an apple pie kind of pastry, short crust I think it's called, is really easy. So I'm glad that I've gotten over my fear of that. I've also ordered a loaf tin and some yeast and some organic white flour, so I think this week I'm going to try and make my own bread, because someone did suggest that I should try and make it with a tin before buying a bread maker, which does make total sense because I was actually kind of nervous about making bread, and I thought if I had a bread maker then I would first of all find it easier, and second of all it would be better than me doing it. But I don't know that yet because I've not done it. So instead of me assuming that I wouldn't be very good at something, it is a good point to try first. I might do that tomorrow. Well, actually no, I've got some nice sourdough at the moment. That apple pie was delicious. I used a BBC recipe, really easy to follow, and once you've made that once, all you need would be the measurements written down, and you'd be able to make it without reading the instructions, which I love. So it was really good, really good, and I'm really pleased. I think it was the best I've ever had, probably by far. Much nicer than the shops. I had a disgusting apple crumble from Sainsbury's before Christmas, and I think that kick-started me wanting to learn to make my own puddings more. Also, when I read my books, they often have pudding like every day, and I know that that's a little bit more of an old-fashioned thing to do, but it would be nice to have home-cooked pudding, because then I would need, or wouldn't feel like I want sugar as much in general, because I'd know what time of the day I'm having some, if that makes sense. But yeah, I just thought I'd catch up and say how lovely that apple pie was, and I'm just sat in front of the fire at the moment with a cup of tea, and I feel a bit more tired than usual for getting up earlier, so that's really good. And I'm just gonna get cozy, have a good sleep, and catch up with you tomorrow and show you what I'm having for lunch or dinner, I guess. I have a healthy lunch idea that you could have over sort of 3 to 4 days, and the cooking time is really quick and the reheating time is really quick. It's also cheap and healthy, which I appreciate when healthy meals are cheap to do, because sometimes when you want to have a diverse diet, it can be kind of expensive having lots of fresh stuff around all the time and eating it in time. So this is a lentil dal, and I'm going to show you how I form it for my lunch, and I can explain what goes into it in the comments if anyone's interested, but it's really basic to make it, so I didn't record because you're essentially cutting up an onion if you want to, garlic, if you've got any kind of ginger you put that in, lentils, coconut milk, seasonings such as paprika, cumin, curry powder. I like to add a bit of chilli. If you've got fresh chilli, it's so good, but I use chilli flakes because I never have fresh chilli, and with a chicken stock cube I think, and that's pretty much it. And it cooks quite fast and you can taste when it's ready. But I'll show you how I add to it for lunch to make it healthier.
got those Hey Gusto Hello Cook type boxes. I didn't like them at all, but one recipe they did well was a lentil dal, and they had these butternut squash cubes that you could pop in the microwave and then squidge into your lentil dal. So yesterday I had a sweet potato that I wanted to use up. So I put the sweet potato in the microwave 7 minutes whole and just pop some cuts in it so that it would let out steam. And then I genuinely, after 7 minutes and turning it around halfway through, cut it down the middle, scooped all of the inside out and just gave the lentil dal an extra sweetness and an extra kick of goodness. So that's a really nice tip that you don't have to do, but I do love to do it. And I'm adding some couscous today just because Ollie hasn't really eaten much, so I'm going to just pad out his meal. But you don't really need to add couscous because we've got tortilla wraps. Tortilla wraps aren't healthy, but if you're going to have something that's really healthy and only good for you, then I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to add a little comfort thing if that's what you're into. I am.
No, I am not in the mood.
Moody! I love this place, this new place. We're just having a little drive just to break up the day from the eve, aren't we?
Yes.
This looks like in Dock Martin when they go to a big hotel overlooking the water. If anyone knows, let me know, but I will Google it. But I can't tell if it's all white on the programme because it's so big. I don't know where they filmed it from. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. I'm really feeling quite tired today. I think getting up early and going for a walk as soon as the day starts has been really good for me to actually feel tired when I go to bed. It's been really good for me getting my work done and I'm definitely loving it. But today, actually no, I started doing this on Saturday or Sunday, didn't I? So I do feel a bit tired today. Ollie elbowed me in the face. I think he got me in the nose. It kind of hurts this morning. I wanted to say that it looks swollen, but it definitely just looks how it normally looks. But I think this morning I'm gonna have a cup of tea, maybe have a more basic breakfast than I've been having. Just have some sourdough toast and some tea. I might watch a little bit of a property show or something because I love property shows. And then I'll get ready for the day, do my work and go on a stroll in the afternoon instead because I'm really not feeling going on one right now. It's like the the rain is really fine and it's flying this way and I walk towards the sea and I don't really fancy not being able to breathe in the face of that rain. So I'm glad I've kind of got an excuse to not go on a walk first thing. But
leading to 2 bedrooms on the ground floor.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but someone has got in touch and said they would be interested in hearing my ideas. So, for work. So I'm going to put on Jane Eyre for inspiration. It was my favourite book growing up. I didn't read a lot growing up. It was more story, like small story books. And Jane Eyre was the first proper longer book that I read. And I was really taken with it. So I'm going to do a little plan for this potential client to give them my ideas and what I think I could help with, because that's what she's asked, which I absolutely love that question, because it means that she will know the way my brain works and it will give a better understanding of like where they would want to allocate budget and things like that. So I'm very excited. I'm going to do that now. I've already got some inspiration and some ideas, and I love ideas. I love coming up with ideas, so I'm really excited. I'm going to watch Jane Eyre, come up with a little document, and if it's pretty enough I'll show you, but we'll see.
Wake up, sir. Wake up. Sir, wake up.
This is Bertha Antoinette Mason, my wife.
I'm making myself a pudding for the week more often, and I'm watching a period drama once a week more often, because it makes me very grateful for the time I've been born into.
I'll be well again soon.
You ask how much you were worth?
What a lovely end. I forgot about the end of the book. Is it the end of the book? I don't remember. She's rich now. Her
You
uncle
were committed
died.
a murder, and I found you out. You could scarcely look more against.
She got to write to him
There must be some
a few months ago.
Not at all.
I feel like I could be sick. Sometimes I get fixated on a job or a little bit of work or whatever it is, and then I can't go for a wee. I can't go for a wee, get a drink, or do anything else until it's done. And that was the energy. What's this? So some of you recommended books to me in the last video. I'm sad that I made the order before somebody recommended some Liz Fenwick books, which are all Cornwall based. So please know I will still try them. I just ordered these before that comment was made. So I wanted to do a little unboxing of the books with you, but please just give me a moment to have a wee, get a water, have a cup of tea, and then I'll be back. We've got The Island by Victoria Hislop. We've got Rosamund Pilcher, and it's called The Blue Bedroom and Other Stories. The big bedroom was lovely, all pale blue and white, satin and muslin, cool and airy, the windows looking out over the garden to the creek. But to 14-year-old Emily, beautiful though it was all wrong. Her stepmother's bedroom now. Everything changed since her own mother had died, and stretched out on the bed, Stephanie, very white and pained, the new baby on its way, a month early. All of a sudden, with her father away on business, Emily had to take charge, keep calm, ring for the doctor and the ambulance. The time for looking back had gone. The Blue Bedroom is just one of Rosamund Pilcher's magical collection of stories that will enchant everyone who has read and loved The Shell Seekers. It's never too soon to discover Rosamund Pilcher. I'm going to go with the one that gives me the best vibes. The Paper Palace is a very interesting book for the size of it. It's very big. The Paper Palace takes us deep into a vivid summer landscape, a family and a private, long-standing love story. I thought now there is no turning back, no more regrets for what I haven't done. Now only regrets for what I have done. Glorious and gorgeous. I was absolutely immersed. I didn't give you much insight. It's kind of secretive. It's very lovely though. I look forward to reading The Paper Palace. I think I'll give this a go first. Some more. By the way, I always use second-hand book websites to buy books. These, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and those 5 books came for £14, so that's amazing. And also on the website it tells you how many gallons of water you've saved and how you've helped the environment by ordering from them, which I really like that touch, because it does bring it home why you actually doing that and not just buying everything brand new that looks the best, hasn't got any stains on it. Mystery in the Village is the final Rebecca Shaw book that I haven't yet read. I was putting off, but I am going to read it, but I am going to be so sad to finish it. I had to read the blurb on Google to figure out if it was the correct book for the last one, so it's kind of hard to find that out sometimes. And unfortunately it gave some huge details in there which kind of annoyed me, so I would have been so shocked reading it, but now I know. My nan doesn't remember reading the story and it sounded like it couldn't be forgotten, so maybe it's going to be early on, I don't know. And then the final one, which I'm really looking forward to this, is The Seven Sisters by Lucinda Riley. And I think this is a series and there's other books as well, so if I like it I'll have something else to purchase for a while. But Maya Diapolis and her 5 sisters gathered together at their childhood home, a fabulous secluded castle situated on the shores of Lake Geneva, having been told that their beloved adoptive father, the elusive billionaire they call Pa Salt, has died. Each of them is handed a tantalising clue to their true heritage, a clue which takes Maya across the world to a crumbling mansion in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I love these kind of books, are always in somewhere beautiful in Europe or Brazil, so that you can have a look at all the book recommendations from my last video. Obviously I've bought them all nearly, I've tried to buy them all. I'm excited about this and I like that it's quite small. I'm feeling a bit tired and a bit run down now. I'm gonna watch Escape to the Country. I appreciate I've been on the sofa quite a lot of this video, but I promise you now the weather is absolutely not worth me going outside for. And it's been a productive and confident week so far, and it's really naughty of me, but I was supposed to bake some bread today and Ollie was going to go to the shop and buy some breakfast, and I said don't do that, I'm going to make some. And then he was like, oh, can't we just have both? And I said no, because I've got sourdough bread, you'll buy bread, I'll make bread, that's too much, just don't buy it. So then he went and bought himself some pancakes, and then now I really don't want to make the bread today. I feel so tired, like I wanted to do it for fun. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow morning and he's just going to have to suck it up and eat the sourdough bread, because I want to record the process so we can see how it goes together and see how easy it is. And yeah, I just feel too tired right now. I just want to relax. It just occurred to me that I never showed you my riverford box for the week, so this is what was in it. One thing I really like about the organic vegetables is that they actually come like straight out the ground with the mud on them. It feels very natural, which I like. And then I just wanted to show you my favourite breakfast recipe to finish this video off. So I absolutely adore creamy mushrooms on sourdough toast with balsamic vinegar and rocket. So I like to cook my mushrooms in butter with as much garlic as you fancy. I also add a bit of salt and pepper, and quite a bit of paprika is really nice. And then once they've cooked down, you want to make sure that they've got that bit of golden colour going on before you add the cream. And then add some cream of your choice. I had double cream, so very luxurious. And then I mix that in. You cook it on the heat for a moment, but it doesn't really need long to warm up. Then I butter my sourdough toast. I like Co-op sourdough or Jason's sourdough, but you can use whatever bread you like as long as it can hold the juiciness of the mushrooms. I would recommend something a bit stronger than maybe a typical Warburton's. Then I add on rocket and lots of balsamic glaze. Balsamic glaze is one of the most delicious discoveries I've made in the last few years, and with rocket it is absolutely amazing. I also like it in the summer with mozzarella and tomatoes. Absolutely delicious. Creamy mushrooms, rocket and balsamic vinegar. You cannot beat it, and I'm always excited to eat this.
Parliament, which has been brought by the Liberal Democrats,